Hello there, welcome to Story Time. This week we are going to be reading about birds and nests. Because right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are a lot of birds out now and they're super busy and they're building nests and they're laying eggs and they're getting ready for baby birds to be born. We've had a lot of birds in our yard and I've seen the birds being busy building their nests, and I love to watch the birds, so I thought that that would be a fun thing to read about this week. So we can get started. My name is Lee, and when life is normal, I'm at the library doing story time on Mondays at 10:30 and then on Wednesdays at 3:30. But right now I'm doing it from home, from my office. So welcome, and I'm so glad you could join us. The first book that I'm going to read today is called NESTS. It is by Jorey, Hurley, and it is published from Simon & Schuster. Nest. Those are robins. They've got that kind of red right on their tummies there. Warm. Hatch. Look at that baby bird. Grow. Jump. Fly. Can you tell which one is the young juvenile bird? It's that one right there because it's not as dark as the grown-up ones. Feast. Surprise. Blow. I think it's autumn in this picture because the leaves have turned from green to orange and red and yellow. Snuggle. What season do you think it is now when the snow falls? Winter, maybe? Sleep. Awake. Explore. Meet. Did that younger bird meet somebody new? Nest. Now they're building a nest of their own. And that's the end. I like the illustrations in that book. All right, so let's read our next book. I put a little lotion on my hand so it's easier for me to turn the pages. We are going to read a book called Hooray for Birds. It's by Lucy Cousins, and she's the person who does the Maisie books. You know, the little mouse Maisie? She does a bunch of other books too. And this is from Candlewick Press. All right, so Hooray for Birds by Lucy Cousins. Can you imagine, just for one day, you're a busy bird. Yes, a bird. Hooray! The sun is up, the sky is blue. wake up and shout, cock-a-doodle-doo. What kind of bird says cock-a-doodle-doo? Do you know what this is? It's a rooster. Flap your wings and you can fly higher and higher up in the sky. Hop, 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 peck, peck, peck. Now swim along and stretch up your neck. Have you been up to Sun Valley and seen the swans up there? That's a swan. There are lots of swans up there. They do have long necks. Say, hello, darling, then swoop like a starling. Swoop up and down, swoop around and around. Scratch the ground with your feet, catch a fly with your beak. Stand very tall on just one leg. Can you stand on one leg? Give that a try. Look at that flamingo on one leg. Say cluck, cluck, and lay an egg. Catch a wiggly snake and stretch out your wings. Open your beak and sing. Tra-la-la, tweet, tweet, tweet. Hum, 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 cheep, cheep, cheep. Waddle like a penguin in the snow. Run like an ostrich, go, go, go. Show off your tail and puff out your chest. Then cuddle up close with Mama in your nest. What a busy bird you've been, the funniest one I've ever seen. You begin the day, cock-a-doodle-doo. Now say good night. Twit, hoo, hoo. And that's the end of that book. All right. So now we're going to read a couple more NEST books. I think we'll read this one next, and it's called This is the Nest That Robin Built. And this is written by Denise Fleming. She did the pictures too, and it is from Beach Lane Books. There are a lot of robins out right now, and they're really fat. They're really cute right now. I think they're laying their beautiful blue eggs. This is the squirrel who trimmed the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that Robin built. This is the dog who brought the string, long and strong, that wraps around the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that Robin built. This is the horse who shared his straw, rough and tough, that covers the string, long and strong, that wraps around the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that Robin built. This is the pig who mixed the mud, soft, not soupy, that plasters the straw, rough and tough, that covers the string, long and strong, that wraps around the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that robin built. What's a pig say? Oink, oink, oink. This is the mouse who gathered the weeds, dotted with seeds, that bind the mud, soft, not soupy, that plasters the straw, rough and tough, that covers the string, long and strong, that wraps around the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that robin built. This is the rabbit who picked the grass, fresh and sweet, that cushions the weeds, dotted with seeds, that bind the mud, soft, not soupy, that plasters the straw, rough and tough, that covers the string, long and strong, that wraps round the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that robin built. These are the eggs, brittle and blue, that lay on the grass, fresh and sweet, that cushions the weeds, dotted with seeds, that binds the mud, soft, not soupy, that plasters the straw, rough but tough, that covers the string, long and strong, that wraps around the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that robin built. Look at the eggs in the nest. Do you know what this is? This is a neat bug. I think that's a praying mantis. I like them. These are the nestlings, tufted in pink, that cracked the eggs, brittle and blue, that lay on the grass, fresh and sweet, that cushion the weeds, dotted with seeds, that bind the mud, soft, not soupy, that plasters the straw, rough and tough, that covers the string, long and strong, that wraps around the twigs, not too big, that anchor the nest that robin built. And this is the robin who built the nest. Ooh. Oh gosh, look at this. Sorry, that was so exciting. Look at that. And this is the robin who built the nest, anchored with twigs, not too big, wrapped with string, long and strong, covered with straw, rough and tough, plastered with mud, soft, not soupy, bound with weeds, dotted with seeds, cushioned with grass, fresh and sweet, who laid the eggs, brittle and blue, cracked by nestlings, tufted in pink. Now young fledglings, rumpled and ruffled and ready to fly. Good. Bye. They're learning to fly out of their nest. Look at them flying. Good job, little babies. And that's the end. I like her books. She seems to always have a lot of ladybugs in her books. Do you see there's a little ladybug right there? And on all the pages. Ladybugs are some of my very favorites. All right, so the final book that I am going to read today is called Bird Builds a Nest. And it's written by Martin Jenkins and illustrated by Richard Jones. So Richard Jones did the pictures, and this is from Candlewick Press also. All right. It's a beautiful day. Bird is up early. She's got a lot to do. First, she needs some breakfast. What she wants is a nice juicy worm. Do you like to eat nice juicy worms? I don't either. Bird pulls hard, but the worm pulls back. It's a big worm and it's strong. Too strong for bird. Ah, this one's better. It's smaller and not as strong. Delicious. Now bird can get on with her work. She's not looking for worms now. She needs twigs. Lots of twigs. Oh my gosh, look at the little mousie in there. Do you see it? This one's too heavy, and so is this one. Do you see a ladybug? All of these will do fine. Bird can carry one large twig, or 2 medium-sized twigs, or 3 or 4 small twigs, although it's hard to fit that many in her beak at one time. What do you think she's doing with those twigs? Any idea? She's building her nest. It's not quite finished though. Carefully she pushes a twig into the side of the nest and pulls its end back out. Pushing and pulling, she gets all the twigs in place. She works for hours, flying back and forth, fetching and carrying, pushing and pulling. Sometimes she drops a twig, but it doesn't matter. She's looking for softer things now, dried grass and feathers. They're very light. She can carry lots of these at once. She tucks them into place, turning around and around, pushing with her whole body. She makes a snug little cup, smooth and soft on the inside. The nest is ready and waiting. Can you guess what it's waiting for? What goes in a nest? Eggs! 5 of them, speckled and beautiful, and getting ready to hatch. Should we count the eggs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the end of the book. So what do you think is going to happen with those eggs? Are they going to sit on them and keep them warm and maybe they'll hatch and be baby birds? That's so exciting. What a neat thing. Thank you so much for coming to story time today about birds and nests. Please tune in to our other video, which is going to be our craft, and we're going to make a homemade nest. So there are going to be some supplies that you'll need. Some will be outside that you can get, and there'll be some other ones. If you have or can get a balloon, that will be good because we're going to make the nest around the balloon. It's going to be the mold. I look forward to doing the craft with you. Thank you again for coming, and go outside and listen to the birds and see how many different kinds you can see. Take care. Thank you for tuning in.